Gentlemen, the armistice has been reached, and unfortunately much of the ground we gained has been given to the Soviets. All operations conducted from here on out will be clandestine and without the support of US assets. Île-aux-Saules has remained outside of the armistice agreement. We are still waiting on a confirmation on if our small island FOB will receive security from Allied forces. The Soviets now control everything above Northing 50. The history of this conflict is pertinent to future operations. Everon is a small independent nation located in the Mediterranean Sea. It serves as a major shipping port between the southern Slavic states and Western Europe. Everon was originally colonized by France. However, it has taken on a large population of Czech and Serbian nationals. Though the country does not have a military, a small official defense force was formed, composed of hunters and sportsmen. The Soviet occupation of Everon was voluntary, though heavily opposed by many of Everon's population. The Soviet Union offered a major overhaul of infrastructure and port security in exchange for land to build military communications sites on the island. With tensions already high with the people of the island, the coup de grace was Bloody Saturday, an incident between Soviet soldiers and a group of Everon civilians that left 12 civilians dead. The Freedom and Independence Army was formed as a response, composed of former Everon Defence Force members and disgruntled civilians. The FIA is unofficially broken into two groups, the ethnic French and Slavs. Though they share a common goal of ousting the Soviet Union, they are not resolute. The French generally support NATO and their support of the island, while the Slavs are opposed to all occupying nations. It is imperative that your identities and nationalities are concealed. An FIA leader is yet to be elected, though the US State Department is determined on installing Jean Marat, a pro-US French FIA company commander. Task Force Tidebreaker has two major tasks. The first is to deliver Jean Marat to the FIA headquarters located east of Humboldt Hill at Grid 3271. The Soviets have emplaced air defense artillery along the border. Ground transportation is recommended. Prior to your movement, it is recommended that you probe the DMZ, identifying weaknesses in the Soviets' defenses. Marat will meet you, when you are ready, at Shepherd's Pond, in between Le Moule and Morton. Should you fail to deliver him safely, we will be unable to monitor and control the FIA effectively. In the event of his death, it is necessary to deliver his remains to the headquarters. He will go down as a martyr, and hopefully bolster the French pro-NATO sentiment within the FIA. After the delivery of Marat, you will proceed town to town, conducting hit-and-run strikes to motivate FIA supporters to take to the streets and fight. You must strike one major town, as well as 3 smaller villages. During this time, FIA fighters will be sabotaging the Soviet air defenses, allowing freedom of air movement for future operations. Good luck, gentlemen.